video will show you how you can create a new quote in eStore by manually entering it into the website. You do not necessarily need to upload from 2020 to get a quote in eStore. So when you first log into eStore, you may or may not see a screen similar to this one. This basically lists all of your accounts that you have with us. You might have one account, in which case you'll bypass the screen altogether and go right into the website. But if you have more than one account, you'll be brought here, and you just need to select whichever account it is that you're looking to work on. And if you're not sure which one, you can look on the right-hand side here. There are different addresses or different job names for the different accounts that can help you identify which ones you're looking for. So we'll click on the account number. And when we go in, you'll see at the top, there's a button here that says Create New. So we're going to click that to create a new quote. It's automatically going to assign us a quote number. And we can start by putting in our PO number. This could be numbers, it can be letters, it can be anything you need it to be. You can also put in a job name if you want to. This is not going to print on your paperwork, your acknowledgments or anything like that, but it'll help you identify the quotes in eStore if you want to. And then there's also a second space here for PO numbers. So in the event you have more than one PO number for your order, you can list them all here in the multiple purchase order section. Next is the ship to contact. So this is whoever you want us to call to schedule delivery. And you can see there'll be a bunch of names in here already based on who we already contact. If your name's not in here, you can add a new contact. Anytime you add a new contact, it will stay in that list for you. The next section is Ship to Customer. This is where we're going to deliver the product, and it automatically fills in based on the address we have set up for your account. So if you notice, as I made these changes, they all turn yellow. All these fields turn yellow. That's a reminder you need to hit the Save button at the top. So that's all we need to do with the header information up here. I'm going to scroll to the bottom. And the first step to adding items to your quote is to start by adding a global. So a global model right here, we're going to click on this link. A global model is basically the product configuration. And you're always going to click this top Add button for global model. You want to make sure you do add global model before you add products, because the global model will set your construction, your style, your finish, and then any products you add after that will just inherit all of that information down. So all of your options are in pull downs, and they're in alphabetical order. You'll want to start from the top and work your way down. Some options down here are dependent upon your options up at the top here, so always start at the top and work your way down. So all you need to fill out are these three fields: construction, door style, and finish. Those are your mandatory fields, and then you can hit apply, and it will automatically fill in the rest for you. If you need to, you can go back and add upgrades. If you want to do gentle hinges, you can just select those from the pull down and hit apply. Otherwise, you can click finish, and next it'll bring you to the page where you enter in your products. So this first column is actually the tag number. Could be a unit number, could be a room name, could be a customer's name, could be an address. But whatever you put there will print on the label on the boxes. The next column here is quantity. So you can see there's a default quantity of 1 already in here. You only need to change it if you want more than 1. And then this is the product code column. So you can just type in your SKUs. After I type in my SKU, I'm going to hit the tab button on my keyboard to go back into the tag number column, and it will automatically fill it in for me. You don't have to type it every time. And then I'll just tab back over to the product code. So I'm just using my tab key here on the keyboard. And you can key in all of your products. If you hit enter before you're done keying them all in, that's fine. It's just going to stop and process what you have already. I find it's easier just to key the whole list and then hit enter to add everything in at once. Also, if you're not sure of a specific SKU, there's a little search box here with a magnifying glass. If you wanted to add a CC kit and you're not sure of the SKU, you can come in and search for the specific finish you're looking for and add it to your quote that way. But once you're done entering all your items, you can hit enter, or you can also scroll to the bottom and hit the add button. And it will add all your items to your quote. And if I hit return to quote at the top here, that will bring me back to the header section of my quote. All of my totals are at the top here. Gives me pieces, weight, cubes, total list price, tax if applicable, and your total at the bottom. Then if I scroll down here, you'll see the global models all filled in, and that's the product configuration, your style, construction, finish, all your options. Also, your multiplier is pulled in automatically based on your account, so you don't need to fill that in. And then all of your products are right here. If you need to, you can also add another group. If you have another room that might be a different finish or a different style, not necessarily the same style as this first group here, you can click Add Group to start a new group on the same quote. And again, you're going to get the Add Global option down here. You're always going to start with Add Global. And again, you're going to click the top Add button. It's going to keep your existing options in here, so you just need to go in and change whichever ones you need to switch to a different style or finish. So again, you only need to change these three at the top, and then you can hit apply, and it will fill in the rest for you. And then we'll hit finish. And again, it's going to bring us to the next page. This is where we can enter in our product. So this tag number might be different. It might be unit 101 dash. And I'm just going to hit enter to add those onto my quote. And while we're still on this screen, you'll notice after you hit enter, you get a little wrench that pops up on the right-hand side here. And this allows you to reconfigure these lines individually. So if you need to alter the depth of a cabinet or upgrade the end, we're going to click on that little wrench there, and it will bring us to the configuration screen where we can make those changes, similar to the attributes in 2020. So the most common changes are right at the top here: custom depth, upgraded end panels, full depth shelves, drawers. You can continue and hit next and see all the options, but these are the most common changes right at the top here. And it'll tell you if you selected depth or an option that's not available as well. Let me see. Let's try a different one. There we go. And then just click finish. So those are those little wrenches on the side here. Each line has their own, so you can reconfigure each line individually. But once you're done on this page entering your items, again, you just hit return to quote. You'll see at the top your totals have updated. Both of the groups are now included in this total. If I scroll down, this is our first group, and it adds in a subtotal anytime you have more than one group. And if I keep scrolling, you'll see the next group right down here, and again, a subtotal. And if you look underneath here, any of those modifications that we made with the alter depth and end material, those show up under the description right here as well. If you need to change quantities, there's a quantity column right here, and this is an editable field. You can type right in there to change the quantity. And again, anytime you see yellow, you just have to scroll up and hit save to save all of those changes. And then the yellow will disappear. If you need to go back and modify any of these, you can definitely do that. To change any of this information, the global model information, you can click on this little GL tab in the corner right here, and that'll bring you back to the product configuration screen where you can go in and change it to a different finish or a different style. And it will change all of those for you. Make sure if you have more than one group, change both of the groups if you want to, or just change one of the groups if you only want to change one of the groups. You can also print this quote out. There's a print option up here at the top. It'll print reports for you. There's 3 different layouts you can choose from. And you can also hide prices if you want to hide line prices and just have totals and pick different layout options here. You can email it to yourself. You can print it. You can save it. This is an example of what it looks like when you print it. So I scroll down here. Here are my cabinets. This specific layout has the list price, but I hid the line totals. And then it will just have subtotals for each group and then totals at the bottom. Once you are ready to place your quote as an order, up at the top here is the Convert to Order button. And you can click that once, and it will bring you to a page where you need to confirm that you really are ready to process the order. And you'll see up here, please review quote. Upon hitting complete, your order will be submitted. So there's a complete button in the middle of the screen here. That's what you click to convert it to an order. But it does give you one chance to review everything before you submit it as an order. So let's hit complete. Our quote number is going to disappear at the top here, and our order number will populate for us right away. And you'll see the order number pops up. This is actually a link to bring you to the order status page. You can click on it. It'll bring you right over to order status and show you your order. So all of your orders will be on hold initially. That's just how the process goes. Everything goes on hold to be reviewed by credit, and then it will be released. You'll still get an acknowledgement sent to you, however you've previously received your acknowledgements. But you can come in here at any point in time to check the status of the order as well in the order status section.